I woke up this morning and I am scared and sad. I'm in disbelief, and I look at other stories, and CPS has taken their children, and worse has happened. And I, in my whole being, think that it should be illegal to separate biological mother and her children. USA and worldwide. They're supposed to be together. A woman has the breast milk for a baby, and I know to go through the cases, but I think that you shouldn't, because I found that they take babies wrongfully. They lie to take the baby, and like people have told me they'll come and take the next one from taking the first one, and the first one was taken with the lie and the warrant. I don't even like repeating it because it wasn't true. The female says she heard me beat my son to where screaming and crying. And that's why they took my son with the warrant in Phoenix, Arizona. Once I went to the shelter, after fights with the dad, and he told me, "Okay, don't go to the shelter. They're gonna come with the line of the warrant, take the baby." And they did. It wasn't even from the domestic violence. It was because she said someone called. It was 30 minutes. She came. Someone called and said you're being son, screaming, crying. Said it was a red mark on his face. I took a picture. There was no red mark, and that didn't happen. So you go through the case as a parent just to be in the motion of getting your kid. Like, yeah, I'll do whatever because you have my kid, but it's not right, and it's stressing. It is exhausting, and like it's unhealthy because stress kills. And I think simply a woman should have her kids if she wants them. This is not an issue where I was abusing my kids. Um, so now I've had two other ones, and they have been taken out, people say. Second one, they lied at the hospital in Aurora, Colorado. A nurse said it was schizophrenia to ask someone next door, though there was a Hispanic couple next door at the time. I think it was racist. My daughter's pink melanin, and I'm this way, caramel, and someone, some other reasons, but they weren't true. It was defamation of my character. Or that I fed the baby a little almond milk. They held me for some mental evaluation against my will, and I disagree with that because I didn't have no mental problems. I've had a history of mental problems. Until at the hospital, someone said, "Okay, they lied to hold you hostage and kidnap your baby." That happens. I came back to Michigan. It was painful. I was sad. I said, "They're that racist to separate me from my newborn 2 days. So I had a clean bill, or clean drug test." And I had a job during my pregnancy. I had cash assistance. I've been going to the resources around the city of Denver. Let me leave. And so I came here. I got pregnant with the baby in the second month. It was, too alive to not keep her. So I had her for 2 months. I had her at Beaumont and Dearborn. They treated me with integrity and respect. And 2 months in, the CPS investigators like, well, they found some marijuana in your system. He didn't tell me it was CPS case open. He didn't tell me it was a court date. But later on, they said there was a petition to take my baby. They came to the shelter and took my baby with the police. I was not abusing my baby, was neglecting my baby. Just to go through the process of getting the baby back, I think is really stressful and unnecessary because I'm missing the time with my kids. It's not non-neglect. What they're forcing and doing is neglect, and it's damaging. Like, I'm trying to manage, but why manage through all this when you just simply have your babies? I think it should be illegal to take people's kids from them. It should be illegal to separate biological mother and her children, specifically because some women didn't plan on having a baby, but they got pregnant. And they may love their baby, they may want their baby, and they make you jump through these tiring hoops and requirements. As someone said, sometimes it's not even required or needed. They just do that, and they don't plan on giving the baby back. But I woke up and my 3 babies are gone. So it feels like rape of a woman. And I see gay people had to fight for their rights. I know there was civil rights, probably why I have a mixed baby that I didn't plan. And all this stuff, all these things I can mention, all these subjects, and I think that it should be illegal to separate biological mother and her children. They're supposed to be together. We're supposed to give focus to a woman and her children staying together. And they're not going from guy to guy or shelter to shelter. Like, they should have a place to be. She's raising children. And people say, like, there's people that are tough, but it don't feel good. And it's not about, like, always feeling good and stuff, but it really, like, literally does some effect to the woman and the child. They shouldn't be separated. And a lawyer said that, yeah, that is traumatizing for the baby, too. These strangers take the baby. Now they're off with some stranger, not their parent. And they don't give you the right to demand your kids or have your kids. There should be no rights to take my kids or people's kids, but my kids. And I care way more than my kids being with somebody right now. I think they should be with me. My daughter made me feel like I should demand her now. I demand my daughter now. Princess Currency Amara from Denver, Colorado. I demand my daughter Sweet Tamara. I demand my son. And now I don't want to protest in the streets and go to jail. I don't want to protest in the streets and be tired. I'm already tired. I want my children, I want the law to pass to, or just people to care more about a woman keeping her kids. Like a CPS investigator was found with false statements, and they didn't have no reason to terminate my rights to Sweet Snore, take my baby. But after, these guys are want to have sex with me and stuff, after my baby's gone, it's like it could have been a guy that got my baby gone because they wanted, it was a different skin tone, or the dad's not there, or they want to prostitute me around out of my sad emotions, or now she ain't got her baby, addicted to crown, whatever. First, today, tomorrow, period, a woman should have her baby and they should be kept together. And this is one of the worst experiences of my life, and I pray hope wants to be the last, this worst for anybody. I saw this happens to other people. I think it should be illegal to separate biological mother and her children if she wants them. And I wish and want my children to be returned now. I demand my newborn, my daughters, my son, even to go to work or focus on other things sometimes is difficult because my kids aren't here. And they should be. I should make a life around my kids, not, Virgin Mary had all this and that, and then she had baby Jesus. That's not how life works sometimes. People have kids, or it's like they take the baby from the mother, messes with both of them emotionally, mentally, physically, and then it's like there's been times where I felt, I'm supposed to be breastfeeding and my baby not there. So I'm like, where's my baby? I think it's rape of a woman and a biological dad. And sometimes the dad don't want the child. I've had a dad say, hey, that ain't my baby, or what is it to one dude? No, it's the Mexican dude's baby. I knew whose baby it was, and that makes me not want to go to them And that's fine because I know that they're my baby. And hey, I didn't plan it. I wasn't the one who wanted to have sex or, but I'm happy I have my babies. So I don't want any more. But I'm happy I have my 3 babies. And for just, like, I need to, as a mother, I think I need to demand my kids, and I think it should be illegal to separate biological mother and her children in this world where anyone could make up a reason. That's scary that they do that. I think that is completely wrong, and I know a lot of scary things happening. I wish that at least people would keep a mother and her children together. And yeah.